back to Resining of the Living Dead. Today we are going to be working on some coasters as part of the Coasting Through the Week collaborative. You will see a link in the description to this video that will show you the playlist for others that are making coasters as well. So please, when you're done watching this video, take a moment to go through that playlist and watch some others, some really creative people who have a lot of fun and make some really neat things. So as part of this, what we're going to do, because we've used these molds once before, is we are going to just take some packing tape and make sure that we don't have anything on them. Because I can see some in the light, and I just want to make sure that we have a relatively clean mold. I think that one looks good. That one looks good, and all right. So the plan for today is we are going to use some of these powders. They came with I don't recall what mold they came with, but there's a bright red glitter, a sapphire blue, a laser silver, and a laser gold. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our paintbrush and we are going to make sure that we don't have anything on it. We're going to just tap some glitter into it, and then we are going to take our resin and we're going to add a black tint. I think we're going to be using the Ninja Black that came out of our eye candy sample set, and then from there we're going to pour that in, and then that's going to be sort of a spacey, at least that's the plan. So we are going to start with the red, and I did not tear these open, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And let's get I had a wider brush here somewhere. All right, so we've got our brushes, and let's start with, doesn't really matter what we start with, but we'll start with this laser gold. Yeah, easy for me to say, easy for me to do. This is, there we go. So we're going to take just a little bit on the tip on our brush, and then we're just going to tap it and we're just going to try to make like a line in the gold across the middle. We don't want to brush it on because we don't want it to coat. We don't want it to be a heavy line across. We just want it to be just sit on there. And it's okay if it gets a couple little clumps. That actually will make it kind of have some definition to it, I think. So that will do for the gold. And let's do a little bit of the silver. And we're just going to do the same thing. And try to do it a little bit different on each, I guess. That way when we pour our black mica resin, it will actually all right. Next up, we'll do the blue. Good thing we have this mat here to make us, because it is messy. As you see, I mean, it is definitely all right. And then finally the red. Oh, you know what? We did not do any on the coaster holder, so we're gonna have to go back. Which is okay. We'll do that right in a moment. And it's okay if we get it on the outside of the mold. It's okay. So let's go back real quick and do a little bit on the coaster holder. And I hope you can see that where the colors are kind of pouring in. We'll do a close-up in a moment. All right. There's our blue. And our gold, and with this one we'll do a little bit of a bigger spot of gold on here. And it's okay if it gets down on the sides on this one, because when we pour, it'll give it a little bit of all right. So we are now going to go ahead and mix up our resin. And again, we're going to use the Ninja Black that came from the Eye Candy sample set. So while I get that ready, I'll be right back. Now that we've gone ahead and mixed up our 2-part resin, and we're using this Nick Pro that came from Amazon. There will be a link in the video description if you're interested in giving it a try. So what we're going to do now is we are going to add our Ninja Black powder, and again there will be a link to this sample pack as well. We're going to add our powder into our resin. Oh, maybe too much. Well, it's definitely going to be Ninja Black. So we're going to go ahead and give it a stir. I think one of the things we did in the other videos that we did not do this time is we didn't mix our powder in a cup with some isopropyl alcohol. We probably could have done that to avoid some unmixed parts, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to give it a good mix here. Make sure we scrape the sides of this little cup so that we don't get any clumped parts on there. And you can see that looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of a oily sheen to it. And I think it'll give it a little bit more of a space look, which is what we're looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and pour them into our molds. We'll start here. We're going to pour it really slow because we don't want the glitter to push. And you'll see it looks really shimmery already, which is nice. I'm going to try to pour it a little slow so that we don't introduce a whole lot of bubbles, which we shouldn't have that problem. We ended up doing about 10 ounces. So hopefully that is enough. Not sure about the holder. I think we're good. I think we are good. Let's see if any of these need a little bit more. This one could use a little bit more, I think. That looks good. I had a little bit of a, I don't know if we should use this in the bottom of our bear, but I think we need to finish that one off. If it's going to fit, it's not going to fill. That's okay. Looks good. All right, so we are going to let this set and be back in 24 hours. I think we're going to give it a once over with our isopropyl alcohol spray just to make sure that those bubbles pop as they're rising. And we will be back in about 24 hours for the demold. See you then. We are back for the demold. Let's see how these coasters turned out. Here's our first one. Oh, that's, I mean, more like a firework than a... That bodes well for the rest of them. So very sparkly, not exactly how I thought they were going to turn out. And we'll do the holder here. I'm just going to roll it up. We don't bend it, which we felt like we kind of did a little bit, but I think it's okay. A few of the little flea bites on this holder, not as good as I thought it was going to be, but you can see the glitter in there. And then they'll fit in there like that. And we'll undo our bear. That was part from the bowl of the planter we did a couple days ago. You will go with the others. Again, if you purchase something through the Etsy link, you will get for one of the bear hugs will be included automatically. All right, so that's the coasters for this week's Coasting Through the Week collaborative. If you like the video, please hit that like button, and to be notified of any videos as they are released, hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Also, please take a look at the playlist for others who are making the coasters during this collaborative process and check them out. They would greatly appreciate it, as I would too. So until next time, see you soon.